welcome back. This is Morning Express, and this is a segment Black and White where we take a look at social issues. And today we're talking about relationships and how to package yourself for one if you're single. So, I mean, if you're single, you need to sit down and listen attentively, because we have the one and only Biko Zulu, who's a counseling psychologist who seems to have it well thought out about how to, get yourself into a relationship, how to prepare yourself. Welcome to the show, Biko.
Thank you so much. You almost confused me with Biko.
Benjamin Zulu.
I understand that.
Yes.
Yeah, we are both from South Africa, maybe.
Yeah. Benjamin
Happy
Zulu.
to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you back.
Yeah.
Now, being single is something, trying to get yourself into a relationship is something of an art that needs to be mastered, and many people grapple with the difficulties of doing it, whether you're male or female.
That's true.
There are certain things that you need to proactively do to put yourself out there. And who else I've seen your social media, you keep posting about this and giving advice to people on how to do this. So I mean, I'll give it to you. Let's start. Should we start with the male or females?
Wanaume wameongelelewa sana. They have been taught, because we are allowed to hunt proactively.
Yes. Even your father can give you advice on how to handle it. But when it comes with the African society, when it comes to women, it's more of whether you hear it from your friends.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you used to have the aunties, but in today's society, they're no longer there. So the advice is mainly gotten from the media, your friends, or experience.
And even then, that experience is after you get somebody, they are helping you with that. The person is suitable.
Yes, exactly.
Basically, ladies are being made to think you should sit and wait. Wewe ni kama shopkeeper, fungua tu duka, let's hope they will come.
Customers will pass by.
Then you're evaluating after they come.
Right.
Now, that is one of the problems, that because our girls have been trained in passivity, they don't know what they ought to do. There are 5 processes I want to mention to ladies.
Yes.
How to identify a person and do something to make the thing work. Part of it, the first stage is after you meet a person.
Actually, as far as we are taught, while we're talking about what we are taught as ladies, when it goes to identify, you're told mwanamume mzuri ni ule akona pesa, so you know the qualities. So identifying cannot be a problem.
And quickly we can debunk that by one statement. By saying, ukitafuta mtu akona pesa, he might acquire you the way he acquired the money. And then he will treat you like a property. Now you complain. You wanted a partner.
Yes.
Not you to be somewhere below somebody.
Right.
Naambia ladies, if he has money, is good, but most guys who have money are already married because they needed the wife to get the money, unless he got a lot of inheritance.
Yes.
And most guys who got inheritance are on their way down because they're abusing it. So he could be having money today, tomorrow he doesn't have it.
Typically.
Look for a man who is driven. And then, with your help, he will become wealthy.
Okay.
Now, here is where I start. The first stage, tunisema ni seduction. That's not a good word for most conservative girls.
Yeah.
Because they treat it.
It has a certain connotation to
like,
it.
As though it's negative, manipulative,
immoral,
dishonest. So let me substitute it with a more palatable word called charm. So charming. When you enter dating stage as a lady, make sure everything about you says it. That you are in the market.
You're out there.
From your dressing. And I tell ladies keep asking me, my counseling office, they ask me, why do guys tell me I look taken? I tell them, because you conduct yourself like you're taken. Tricks, are you taken? I should be able to tell.
Yes, without
by looking at
asking,
you. The way you are inviting, you're playful, even if you're introverted. This is marketing time. You can't introvert when you're hoping us to interact with you. Open your world. Open your life. Check out on people. And when we call you, pick, please. When we text, respond. Don't act hard to get when you're in the market. Kila mtu aliye sokoni yako tayari kuulizwa bei na kusema bei. So the first thing is be charming during your dating time.
Right. But then with the issue of don't playing hard to get, the teaching is that you behave a certain way in order to keep up certain standards. It's not good for everybody to
Asante. Nikimention the 5 processes, I'll show you where to play hard to get. So tumesema, before you find anybody, be open like that.
Right.
And dress in a way that switches on your charm. As a lady, study yourself. Know what makes you tick. What people have complimented over years about you. Now make it pop. Could be somewhere, your face or get to know what makes you pop. Make sure you arouse curiosity without satisfying it. It's subtle. You're not brazen
Not
and
overt.
looking. Yeah, but it's subtle. If it's a skirt, don't let it be somewhere below the knee. Either it's at the knee or all the way down. Then with that slit, usually, kitu iko somewhere below the knee makes your leg look shorter.
Yeah.
And you look like you're saying, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Your dressing
That's
sends
the
a
taken
message.
look.
Yes. And even if you're religious, this is a time to shake off too much religiosity. And I tell Christians, sometimes Christians are more religious than God. Is God ashamed of your beauty? Esther won the contest by looking beautiful. So stage 1 is look charming. Then after people begin to your attention, that's when you go to stage 2. Tumesema seductive, charming. That's the first. Make sure your looks are attractive. Yes. And they're saying you're in the market. There should be a difference.
By attractive, let's debunk some of what is attractive, because we have social media and we have what has been the connotation of slay queens or what have you. There is an extreme that we see on social media that might invite the wrong
kind of attention.
Yes, right.
That's right. Sometimes you don't want to look like you are just out for that. You want to look like a woman in substance again.
Yes.
I think when you say slay queen, you usually mean these ladies who have nothing else to show us except their looks.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a woman who has a career. She's going to job. You met when she was doing something, but you can also see she's open for interaction, and she checks out on new people. Hey, a simple text, hi, we met yesterday, how was you, like that. That, hiyo taniambia, hana mwanaume anamwambia text wanaume. Because when you're married, you don't text us that frequently. But when you're free, we know you're free to mingle. Now, the next phase after people now, you interact with people and they begin to show you attention. After you identify a man whom you yourself, you think is good for you. Maybe he has not noticed you, or he sees you as many of other girlfriends he has. That's when you go to stage 2 of hooking. Hook him. To hook him is to pull him out of the crowd of other girls who are competing for his attention and stand out in his mind. How do you do that? You do that by, you see, now he's calling you. Occasionally you're talking. First of all, show interest in his career, in his life, in his religious life, in his experiences. Pretend like you're interested in knowing what he does. It's okay. Pretending is not a bad thing. Life is a drama. You need to know how to act. Even if you like nothing about aeroplanes, and this guy is a pilot, pretend like you have always wanted to know about how do aeroplanes just take off. That industry, how is it affecting me? And then pretend like he is very resourceful. He finds that very flattering. Wanaume, they can't resist a woman who wants to learn from him.
They like to feel needed.
Tumeanza na physical attractiveness wakati stage 1 ya charming. Sasa tuko kwa intellectual game. Appeal to his emotions. His need to be needed. He is a teacher. You are elevating him to be a teacher. You are taking the position of a student. And you just checked on him, you are remembering what he said yesterday, and you found that very intriguing. And now he will begin to invite you for copy. Show up. Stage 2, be very available.
That is very funny. Availability, you mean
stage 2,
yes, communication, being there, time, the coffee dates, and what
those 2-hour calls, avail yourself.
Be there.
This is not the time to play hard to get. You want to know him closer. You are drawing him out to examine him closely.
Right.
Number 2, become the woman of his fantasies. As you talk, take notes, what he likes, what he wishes for. Mold yourself into that.
But this is a proactivity that most ladies feel like, back to the issue of just sit back and wait, basically when you talk to young ladies who are trying to put themselves, they feel like, isn't he supposed to be the one putting in the effort?
The naivety of sitting and waiting, the punishment for not taking initiative is that you will be forced to pick what remains when those who had initiative are through picking.
Yes.
So let's get away with that stupid conservatism. And I tell people, you are not living in the age of your mother.
Right.
Mami walikuwa nachaguliwa waume, naambiwa tumekuchagulia fulani pale. Today you are career women.
Yes.
Na naambia na ladies, zile nguo ulinunuliwa na mamizi ache nyumbani uvaange ukienda huko. Sasa hivi tunavaa, you should look modern, playful, classy, inviting, yani sophisticated and executive. That's the language that describes you. Kule nyumbani ni conservative, well-mannered, reserved. So that's nonsense. When you become a mother, you go back there.
Right.
For now, so tumesema stage 2 is hook him by becoming exclusive with him more and more. And one simple way is act like you find him very resourceful. All men are resourceful.
Yeah.
You use that on every candidate, but they won't know. So you're talking more, and then number 2, mold yourself to the woman of his dreams. Then get to see whether he is molding himself to the man of your dreams.
Right.
Because if he has any sense, he will want to know how you like being loved, and he will try to try it. By this time, Amuna title, you're not an item, but you're good friends. So invite him to events like a good friend. Introduce him to friend, and you're talking more and more. So that's stage 2 of hooking him. You begin to suggest to him improvements. If he has an area, most men struggle in the organization of their personal lives.
Yes.
Msaidie hapo na ataanza kusema umemimprove kwa maisha yake sana. Don't worry whether he has a girlfriend, by the way.
Now
don't ask men whether they are taken.
Are you taken? Yes.
As long as ana ring, hakuna contract. Hii ingine yote ni booking. Bookings can be cancelled last minute.
Now, just hold on there, because you mentioned that and something else you said earlier. You might have several candidates, so you should not be very
hatujafika kwa exclusive. Ndakuonyesha exclusivity kwa
one track minded.
Stage 2 bado tumeanza na charming ama seduction. That is general. But ukipata mtu sasa unamwona this guy I like him, but hajaniona bado. Draw his attention by acting like you are interested in his life.
Yes.
And you came to study. You have not revealed interest.
Right.
You masqueraded it very well. Like, wow. So you said you are a mechanical engineer. Tell me, so there's a time. Every man wants, tell me about the journey of how did you end up becoming this? Everybody wants to talk about their lives.
True.
Appeal to the narcissistic desire of every one of us to tell what we have gone through. And any sensible man, after he has told you about his life, he will want to do about you too.
Yeah.
If he does not have enough sense to do that, this is an immature person or narcissist.
Yes.
Continue with your search.
Disqualifying element.
So in stage 2 tumesema, you're hooking him and don't worry about his status. Some men wanavumilia yule girlfriend ako naye because hana mwingine. And I tell guys to stop asking girls whether they're taken. Right. Present your case and let her decide whether she's taken or not. Most good girls are in funny relationships, situationships. It will take a wise person to pluck the girl from the idiot who doesn't know what he has. And that's what I did anyway.
In your life, yeah.
After now you become more exclusive, you're talking more, be totally available. But we say keep sex at bay, this place. Yes. Or if you have to allow it, let it be scarce so that you look elevated. Remember, you can raise your value by just being scarce.
It's true.
There are commodities that are sold expensively. Nothing has been changed about it just because it's few of it in the market.
Yes.
So there's something about being an elusive woman sexually that makes you very seductive.
Right.
And he will want to think... Why people wonder that girls out there look more attractive than the one at home, because the one at home is always available. And I tell ladies, even after you get married, there is a hierarchy of availability you need to sustain to keep him pursuing.
Which I hope we can have a discussion about.
Thank you. Yes. Now, after you begin to get this, now anaanza kuimagine, hey, this looks like the woman I should be having. Na unamsikiza na unamwelewa. You challenge him with love. Men don't like a yes. My shadow does that better than me, better than you. So, but when you challenge them with a positive aspect. See how much he can accommodate criticism, then tailor it that way. Listen to his fears and validate them. So that's stage 2 of hooking him.
Yes.
Now, stage 3 is where you need to do what you have been asking for, bait and switch. After he has been get to imagine, that time he's even talking about, how about if I married you or anything? Now, bait and switch. That time is, he's already inside. Now he has seen you, that you stand out, now draw back.
Right.
Pull back to see whether he's serious with you or he just saw an available woman.
Yeah.
Stop now showing up. And you're not stopping directly. You're saying, oh, I have a commitment.
Yeah, you're
a
busy.
Convenient excuse, but reduce your availability now. Yeah. He will, if he is serious, he will come running after you.
Yeah.
When he runs after you, he will promise to get done with his exes because some of them are still hovering around.
Yes.
He will promise to fix his past. He will promise things that you weren't promised. Yeah. Now he is ready for stage 4 called negotiation. Negotiation, we are writing the constitution of the relationship if we are going to get into a relationship.
Yes.
You are talking about tukioana tutaishi wapi. Ladies, be careful. Mkijengewa kwa in-laws pale kwa nyumbani, mmejengewa among enemies. Discuss that.
Yeah.
Will you move to his church or will he move to your church? That is always our... Number of children, how to name them, rituals, investment, money. You build the constitution stage 4.
Yes.
Please, and remember that stage 3, because you withdrew, he came running after you.
Yeah.
And you acted like you're half interested. In purchasing and in dating, never act like you must purchase. Act like you are half interested, you're not decided, it won't depend. So that's what makes him calm down.
Yes.
The only time you can bargain is before purchasing. So write the constitution. Then stage 5, where most ladies don't remember to take us to signing the deal.
Yeah. And before we get to that, a lot of ladies are afraid that if they assert themselves too much,
they will lose.
Yes. They'll intimidate the guy to the point that he will feel like he wants a more... So they tend to dumb themselves down for the man.
And let me differentiate between being aggressive and just being assertive.
Okay.
You can be firm while you're still polite and malleable. and kind and smiling.
Yes.
But you're very firm. That's what men want.
Okay.
Actually, that looks like the woman of his dreams.
All right.
Because we know when you're firm with me, you're firm with all other men. I can trust you. When you're principled, it means you're principled all around.
Yes.
When a man gets you easy, he also wonders, I wonder who else gets you. So, women, we are not saying be a aggressive fighter and all that. No. We are saying be firm with what you want.
Yes.
You can tell me no politely so that I know it's a matter of your principle. It's not personal.
Right.
That's how you do it. You say, by the way, for me, I've always dreamt of some ladies want a ring, a wedding, something.
Yes.
One thing I've always wanted from my childhood is that I will do a ceremony and my parents will give me away officially.
Yeah.
You can just say to them, see personal hujamwambia, wewe lazima unifanyie msema.
Yeah.
Something I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Unaona vile nimeiput it politely. Now, because umeisema hivyo, anajua that's your standard.
It registers, yes.
Wengine wanza kusema, can you get a child? You should treat that like nonsense because it will hook you. He is rushing you to commitment before you're ready.
Yeah.
Na nikaambia ladies, should pregnancy come, don't rush into marriage to solve it. Rush the other way. He will be forced now to run after you. Or you can start seduction. A child does not diminish your value, by the way.
No, it does not.
It's your dignity.
Yeah, and that's an important message that should be out there because a lot of women even feel the need to hide the child with the grandparents or wherever. But then these are just women and these things happen.
I dated a girl with a
society.
child and I told her that I don't mind a child if I get the woman who I need. I will not turn her down because of a child. In any case, the child gives me assurance that our marriage will never be childless.
Yeah. You're funny. Yeah.
So I had already decided I will never disqualify a good woman because of ethnic tribe or number two, a child. So tunasema, a woman don't rush into marriage to solve a pregnancy. That pregnancy is a short term, marriage is long term. Huyu mtoto atagrow na aende. Utabaki na nini? Kama ulikuwa hapa juu ya mtoto.
Right.
Kitu ingine kama umejilete kwangu, you have to sustain yourself here. So tumesema tumeanza na charming, seduction, out here, draw attention of prospects. Number two, tukasema, after you identify one, whether he has identified you back or not, catch his attention by hooking him. And we know how to do that, to praise his word. Let him praise to you. Invite his advances.
Right.
Be very available at that stage. But stage 3, after you decided he's the one and is good for me, now run away and let him run after you. Stop being too available. After he runs after you, now negotiation. Kama unanitaka ati unafikirianga bibi yako mtajenga wapi? Tunajenga hapo kwa nyumba. Ujaisikia the way conflicts come.
Exactly.
What about church? Mimi nimekuanga even if because I bado uko nje nitasema tutaongea let's talk now. What would you want? Mara nyingi mwanaume atakwambia wewe unataka nini? He will go with what you wanted. You meet a consensus. Then mtazungumzia number of children, how about in-laws because kuna watu wana alafu analeta brother kake kaishi hapa kwa sababu anakasomesha. Discuss that one outside here.
Yes.
What do you think about living with in-laws? Mwambie sometimes kwa sababu no, me I want privacy in my home and I want to help them from a distance because I know they're home breakers. You know,
so
it can interfere with them. Yes,
but
and we need time. What about business? What about I want to study? I want to be on KTN. As you can see, I'm a media personality. What do you think about women who are executive? What if I had a conference in America and I'm leaving you in Kenya for 2 weeks? How would that go for you? Thank you. Discuss those during negotiations.
Right.
Negotiations are between us and then between families. Watu wakisikia negotiation wanasikia tu rorasho. No, that is outward. The inward one. The inward one. Then stage 5 ni make it a condition that he must make it formal before he owns it.
Before we go into that, there's a very I think toxic mentality with the Kenyan society that a girl or a woman, let's use the word woman because I think it's more, you know.
Correct.
Yes, correct. I mean, is when you approach a certain age, you are then being pushed by everyone to get married, to get committed, to find someone. Utapata mtoto lini? Those are some of the weird questions that we hear out there. Or kitamba ya harusi ni rangi gani before you're even in a relationship. So the question is, how can a woman navigate her dating life, you know, in a comfortable way without feeling pressure to settle on anyone? Because that's the danger that, and yet we find people meeting people in their 40s, in their 30s, and having very successful, good relationships.
Let's mention this.
Yes.
For a lady, wewe sio mkate eti uko na best before date.
Yes.
Na remember this, although society has their own patterns, the reason they want to push you to marry when other people of your age are marrying is because they want you to look predictable and comfortable for them.
To fit into that mold.
It's frustrating for people not to be able to figure you out. So don't give them the satisfaction of figuring you out. Who anauliza our ladies, what do you want? Do you want to marry quickly or marry right? Sometimes both of them don't go together.
True.
When you set your standards, I have a classmate who married at 35 and she has one of the most beautiful marriages I've ever seen. And she was doing PhD. I asked her, those are two conditions against you.
Yeah.
PhD is not good for girls who are single.
In today's society.
And 35 is not good. But I realized the girl has high self-esteem. You need your faith in God.
Yeah.
Saying, I know God is helping me in my life and is guiding me.
Yes.
You also need confidence in knowing that it's better to marry late and marry right than to rush in, then I have to rush out. Some of those girls who married early.
And it's the same society that will judge you when you're divorcing and whatever.
So I want to tell ladies, and if a lady has self-esteem issue, let them call me, let them visit my office, let me book me. I assure ladies, sometimes I even cancel them on phone, from abroad, from whatever, on phone. And I able to, mwingine ananiambia, hey, umenitoa kwa shimo, because hata mamia namwambia tunazeeka na tunataka mjukuu.
Yeah, yeah.
Wengine wanasema basi kama siolewi acha nipate mtoto. Some mothers push.
That is it. Yeah.
Get a child. Namwambia, remember this, your mother is in another generation than yours. In their day, most of them were just career mothers. Kazi yake ni sana sana, number one, ni kupata watoto. Hizi nyingine ni by the side. Yeah. For you, you have a destiny. And tricks, let me surprise you. You can be a mother to children who are not biologically your children. Today, we don't have to get 20 children, 11 children. Like now, I'm playing a father figure. Too many kids and I don't have any. That was not there during their days.
Yes.
Today on social media, you can mentor girls who needed a mother figure, who needed a role model. So, si lazima upate biological child, you a parent. Number two, let me surprise people that many times people are more religious than God. Even if ni church inakwambia, unajua kanisani kuna kuanga na couples, na youth, na men. Alafu unashindwa, where are the senior bachelors and ministers? This time they would make me feel awkward. Because all the youth are younger than me. I'm sitting there, and then meetings, the group, and hakuna group ya singles. So I would feel out of place.
Right.
Many times I would just go away and say,
okay, then I'm left out. Now, let's conclude the last level.
The stage of signing the deal is tricks. Make it a condition for a guy to sign. Commit. Make it official before he gets you. Remember this. Men operate with the economy of means. Using the lowest amount of resources to get the highest amount of value.
True.
If you give me wife status before I pay the wife price, why should I go ahead to pay? You already came in.
Yes.
So many women, 10 years into
don't
3
be
children.
Moving in and what have you
Make
before.
it a condition for him to get you. And then to me, don't behave desperate, thinking the other women competing with you. As long as you follow the process I've told you and you have set your value, you are without competition.
Yes.
You are without competition. And takes a surprise. Among men circles, we know good women.
True.
Hata kama mimi nishawa na nipate good, I'll tell them, there's a good girl. This girl is wife material. There's such a thing as a woman with dignity and a woman you can trust.
That is
so
true.
The more you present, so make it a condition for him to formalize things before he gets you. Number two, tukasema, it's better you do it late and do it right.
Right.
Na akishindwa kuformalize ujue hata ungeingia angekusumbua.
It's true.
Na yuko committed.
Yes.
This is not the type of man you want to settle with. Remember, it's your relationship that will cause you most misery or most happiness. You don't want to take it for granted. And I've listed this process on my Zulu Benjamin page on Facebook. If somebody wants to read them in detail, today I'm on series 2. I'm making it a series because I've been asked so many questions about it. I say, let me delve into it. One lady called me and said, there's a guy asking me out for coffee and sijakubali you, I don't want to appear cheap. I told you, you're behaving stupid. This is stage 2 of hooking him.
You're not there yet.
This stage 2 of hooking him. Kama amekupatia chance, tokezea hapo and display all your wares. Let him know how some you look. And then after he's sucked in fully, that's when you withdraw and let him run after you. When he runs after you now, set conditions, enter negotiations. Unanitaka ndio fanye. You want a wife or girlfriend? What are you looking for? Mimi sijajua what you want. We flow well, but by then you also love him. And many times you also want to be with him. You have to control your emotions. That's why you need a friend or a professional to discuss your stages in life.
It's true.
Mimi naambianga ladies, come to me before you enter crisis. Kuja tuongee ukiwa kwa process ya dating. Usingoje uingie kwa bad things and complicated.
Chaotic.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. Now, and what I would usually say, it depends on what you want and not what is available in the market. Now, last, well, this is on the flip side.
Yes.
Sometimes you have a lot of suitors if you're beautiful and if you're at that stage, but then there is a cadre of men that does not understand the word no. You understand? You've gotten to stage 3 and you're about to you decided this is not for me. You want to say no, but then the no, it does not register. Doesn't matter what language you're using to say the no. So what is a decent way, without going into insult or belittling whoever you're dealing with, what is the right way to tell a person no? Be firm, be fair, but detach.
When you're dating, tumesema stage 2 is when you're interacting openly and
Yes.
exclusively. The two of you are meeting a lot. You're also studying him. You might discover he has a flaw that you can't stand.
You cannot live
and you
with.
need to quit.
Yes.
So tunesema, as a lady, put it politely. And if he does not respect your decision, that's another further disqualification.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can change your line, block him, get out of his radar by any means.
Yes.
Because he can destroy, he can actually mess up your life.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, thank you very much, Mr. Zulu.
Can I mention my social media?
Yes, please.
Facebook, Zulu Benjamin, page, Zulu Benjamin page. Instagram, Zulu Benjamin 0. Gmail, zulubenjamin@gmail.
Okay, now get in touch if you needed more information, but I think he has delved deep into the issues and how to package yourself and how to go through the stages of courtship and when to back out. That is stage 2, right?
Yes.
Now, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have international news waiting for you. Do not go too far.